Hi guys, welcome back to the 3Beats channel. Hope you're all doing well. I hope you're all having a wonderful day or evening. It's daytime, as you can see outside from where I am at the moment. But welcome back to the 3Beats channel. And today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be remaking BOP by CJ. This song has been released a couple of weeks ago, and today I'm going to be showing you how I remake it in FL Studio. So let's get into FL Studio and I'll show you how to remake it. Now that we hop into FL Studio, we've got 6 different patterns here. There's a few more probably that we'll be seeing in the song, but for now we've only got these 6 patterns. The reason that I've left out some of the patterns is because there's some 808 changes and the fact that there's some places where everything just sort of cuts out. Yeah, let's get into the first instrument. The first instrument that we have is complete control. Now this is the original piano melody. I'm not sure what the key this is in, so any of you music experts can let me know down below what key this song is in. This is the pattern that we're playing, so it goes A, C and F, A, C and F again. There's these sudden changes here. So the first 2 bars, it's the same exact chord, but there's just this little kind of pattern here on both of them. In a way, this has been structured similarly to my Titanic remake that I made ages ago. But as for the chords, the first 2 chords are the same, and then it changes to A, D and F. A sharp, D sharp and F, and then it's similar pattern as well. And then for the final chord we have F sharp, A sharp and D sharp. These little patterns are just simple variations to kind of spicing up the chords instead of just having set chords. You've also got the patterns following afterwards. It's good producer technique that you learn as you get to become a more established producer. And the only reason I've actually copied and pasted the exact same melody is because we actually take this bit here and this bit here up an octave. So as you can see, instead of it being down here, it will be up here. An octave basically means 8 tones or 12 semitones, and basically all you have to do is you control drag all over it so it selects it, and then just hold control, press the arrow, and then it changes different octaves. It goes down and up. So I'll actually play the melody for you in halftime. Halftime is in demo mode because, you know, we're all cheapskates around here. Halftime you can also buy, it's only like a tenner anyway, but I'll show you it in free form just for anyone who doesn't have a tenner. So this is the pattern that we've got in halftime. Yeah, you can basically copy and paste it. I've basically just changed the swell, and then I've also changed the fade in and fade out. Nothing really has been changed in there apart from that. We've also got this parametric EQ. The only thing I've done here is I've cut out the low end to make way for the 808s and a bit of the high end, because in the actual song there's not much high end in the piano part. In the song it's mostly just the middle frequencies that get taken up by the piano itself. So if I turn on the plugins for you here and then go over to piano roll, play the piano pattern for you, just check it out. Next pattern we have is the snare 2. Now I'm just going in a different order to what I have here because I like to keep some of the stuff for later on, so it makes more sense. Snare pattern is actually quite a deceiving name. It's just a normal hi-hat pattern, but it's snare. It's actually from the 808 Melody All Drum kit. I think this is a kit that you can find on Reddit if you want to download it for free. This is the snare that we're using here, and this is the pattern that we're playing with it. Now for this counter snare pattern, the only thing I've really done is I've changed the velocity of some of these notes. This slide here, these slides you usually find in classic drill beats and things like that. We have this little bounce here. Basically all I've done is I've changed the velocity a bit so that it adds a bit more variation and bounce. That's how you find it in the song. Then there's a faster version of it, which is the one right at the end. And that's the hi-hat pattern, named snare. I think I should change the name because that's quite confusing. The next thing that we've got is a Bermuda perk. Now this is just a triangle sound. It's nothing too special. It just plays on the 3rd beat over here. I'll put the metronome on for context. Yeah, nothing too special going on with that perk. Now we have the razor snare. I'll put the metronome on this for you as well. Classic drill pattern. These things aren't really anything too crazy or anything. The beat itself isn't too crazy. It's quite simple, but that's what makes the beat good for artists. They like something that's simple, something that's easy to rap onto, and that's why things like the drill beats that we have done on this channel, hip hop beats we've done on this channel, are quite simple. What we've also got is a kick pattern. This is the Sata kick. I think this is also from the Minxie pack. I forgot to say, I think the Bermuda perk is also from the Minxie pack. There it is, right there, right at the top. In terms of the kick pattern, this is what we have here. And this pattern basically follows in the 808, although the 808 has a few different bits that the kick doesn't have, and we'll go into that right now. So the 808 pattern, we have quite an interesting pattern here. We have a few slides and things. I'll let you listen to it first, and then I'll explain to you some of the parts that have been changed up and what they're about. Now these two patterns are quite different to each other, as you heard there. This pattern here has a lot less variation in it. This little bit here is just one note, whereas over here it's 3 different notes in a little triplet pattern there. A triplet, for anyone who doesn't understand music as well, is basically 3 notes squished into the space of 2-beat pattern. So if we're in a 4/4 pattern, if it was 1 2 3 4, the triplet would be 1 2 3. So it would be within that 2-beat pattern, but it would play 3 notes. Now for the slide patterns. Slide patterns are actually quite fun to do. Main thing that you have to do with slide patterns is just press the slide button up here whenever you want to select the notes. And I think I've shown this before in my drill tutorials, but basically what you have to do is the note that you want to start from, you have to leave blank, and then the note that you want to go up to, you have to press the slide button onto. We want to start on this note, but we also want to slide down. So this note value will be what this will play here, but this will actually, but this is the time that it will take to actually slide down. So I think I've demonstrated this before. If I lengthen this out like this, that will take the same note value, but it will take longer for it to slide down. And if I pull this across, and these slides are the exact same in both patterns over here, this same thing here. And then we have another variation where here at first it's kind of a lot slower to move to these 3 notes, whereas here it moves to these 3 notes a lot quicker. And then we have a slide up 2 octaves to A7, A sharp 7 even. So again, as you can see, it will hold that same note value, but instead of it sliding a lot slower, it will slide a lot quicker because the actual slide note is a lot shorter. The only real mixed track that we've changed is the 808 patterns one. This one's got an overdrive on this. It's basically the same as sausage fattener, if you know what that does. It basically just makes it sound really punchy. And because I wanted the 808 to have a bit more punch, but not to sound too distorted, I've added this onto it. And yeah, so here we go. I'm going to play you the whole beat for context, and you can check it out. And I'll also leave the FLP, as I said earlier, in the description down below, so you can go check it out. But here is the finished remake. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, don't forget to, as always, leave a like down below. Drop me a comment, let me know what video you'd like to see next, and let me know what you'd change. I'll leave the FLP down below. This is the 3rd time I've said it. I don't know why I keep saying it, but I'll leave the FLP down below for you guys if you want to go check it out. If you're not already subscribed and new to the channel, please do check out my channel. It helps a lot with the algorithm and stuff like that. We're trying to get our road to placements. I'll actually start live streaming if you guys want to see some live streaming on the 3Beats live channel on Twitch. Let me know down below. And yeah, so thanks a lot, guys, for watching. I'll see you in a bit.